Welcome to Ghalib Demystified, episode 13. I present a famous ghazal with a maqt'a in which Ghalib proudly talks about his tarze-biyaan, his way of writing and reciting poetry. Let us start with a matla, which is very artistically framed. है baske हर एक उनके इशारे में निशा और करते हैं मोहब्बत तो गुजरता है गुमा और She does send me conflicting signals. There are hidden meanings in her gestures. Even when she expresses love and affection, it gives a different impression. Mirza imagines his beloved to be a highly sophisticated and complex character. There is nothing simple about her. She doesn't say, I love you and be done with it. That's not her style. She tests the lover in every which way it is conceivable. She drops signals that need to be deciphered. Her expression of love is concealed in expressions that need to be interpreted. The lover can't take anything for granted. This complexity creates a problem. But deep down, the lover is happy that the object of his affection is no ordinary human being. यारब वो न समझे हैं न समझेंगे मेरी बात दे और दिल उनको जो न दे मुझको जुबान और Oh God, will she ever understand what I'm trying to tell her? She needs another heart and I need another way to communicate my feelings. In his frustration, the lover seeks divine intervention. He has tried his best to communicate his feelings, but the beloved does not understand the depth of love that the lover has for her. There's a problem with no obvious solution. In such situations, we remember God and seek divine intervention. If that doesn't work, the lover has only one other option. She should get another, more empathetic heart, or the lover should find another way to communicate his feelings. तुम शहर में हो तो हमें क्या गम जब उठेंगे ले आएंगे बाजार से जाकर दिलो जान और When you are in town and your lovers are desperate, it is little for me to worry about. I can go to the market and get one of the hearts on display. When the beloved comes to town, the news spreads like wildfire. All those who have fallen in love with her take out their hearts and place them on their palms to present them to her. There are so many hearts on display that you can select any one of them. One must leave home to get this done, which is the only requirement. Therefore, if the lover's heart has died with despondence, that should not matter with so many replacements readily available. This couplet is simple at the surface, but deep down it hides a beautiful story of how everyone in the town is in love with their beloved. There is an element of exaggeration, but the essence of romantic poetry is an overstatement, removing things from the nooks and crannies of everyday living and bringing them to a stage where they become a part of artistic innovation. मरता हूँ इस आवाज पे हर चंद सर उड़ जाए, जल्लाद को लेकर वो कहे जाए कि हाँ और। I'm dying to listen to her voice, though my head is about to be cut off. She is telling the executioner, yes, more. The beloved's cruelty toward the lover has been well documented. But Mirza takes it to a new height of savagery in this couplet. Imagine the picture. The lover is a captive in the hands of an executioner. The beloved is standing nearby. Instead of saving him from the barbarity he is experiencing, she yells at the executioner, do it more. That's not enough. On the other hand, the lover is not in sync with the pain he is being subjected to. He is lovingly enjoying listening to her voice, and her voice thus compensates for the pain that is being inflicted on him. Let me read the following two couplets because they don't need any commentary. लोगों को है खुर्शीद जहां ताब का धोखा, हर रोज दिखाता हूं मैं एक दाग निहार. When I show them a new wound each day, people often confuse them with the sun. Such is the luminosity of my aberrations. लेता न अगर दिल तुम्हें देता कोई दम चैन, करता जो न मरता कोई दिन आहू फगा और. If I had not given my heart to you, I would have found some peace of mind. And if I had not died, there would be less mourning and wailing. Now we come to the most famous maqt'a in Diwan-e Ghalib. है और भी दुनिया में सुखनवर बहुत अच्छे, कहते हैं कि गालिब का है tarze-biyaan और. The world is full of poets of outstanding literary merit, and each one is better than the other. But Ghalib's style of elocution, they say, is in a class by itself. Mirza is aware of who he is. He knows that he has full command over Persian and Urdu ghazal poetry. But to boast about it, it's not his nature. Many times he dismisses himself and his art. But this is one of the few occasions when he is not shy of saying that there is something unique about his writing style. There is a complexity laced with beautiful metaphoric expressions. He does not repeat what others have proclaimed. Mirza was the enemy of run-of-mill poetry. Initially, this posed a problem because his work was not well understood and he was mocked as being too difficult to understand. But as time passed, everyone, including his enemies, they were convinced that there was something matchless in Mirza's work. We don't know what Mirza meant by tarze-biyaan. Still, the word in English means many things. It means diction, more broadly, but it is also pronunciation, articulation, speech pattern, intonation, inflection, and fluency. This brings us to the end of this episode. In the next episode, we shall derive, I do promise, great pleasure from one of Mirza's most delightful ghazals, आह को चाहिए एक उम्र असर होते तक, कौन जीता है तेरी जुल्फ के सर होते तक. I'm Surinder Deol saying goodbye.